Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is Friday and it is not a good day. Obviously the markets are down, Bitcoin is down, CPI data is up, which isn't good, and the miners are down. And then Mara, we gotta talk about Mara as far as the May production numbers, those are bad too. So let's get into the numbers here really quick on the stocks and miners, and then we'll get into everything else. So as always, not financial advice. I'm invested in the following coins and companies for full disclosure. And let's get into Bitcoin here really quick. So Bitcoin right now is at 29,054. It has obviously fallen quite a bit in the last several hours or so. We're down about 3.5% down roughly. But we've been coming down in price over the last couple of days here. So we're currently in the fourth day in the red. And we are possibly battling with our support here at the 28,600, 28,700 mark. It looks like we're getting pretty close to that, where we're going to be battling with that, it looks like. On the 1 hour chart, obviously we've kind of bottomed out here a little bit on the RSI in the last hour or so. So it doesn't look too bad right now. I think we may have a little bounce, but I think eventually we're going to go down even further. It's just inevitable. Unfortunately, the CPI data came in pretty bad. It was 8.6% compared to the 8.3 we had the month prior, and then we had 8.5 in March, I believe. Yeah, March. We had 8.5 in March. So inflation is ticking up, which is unfortunate. So we're obviously going to have more interest rate hikes. I would like to see possibly Papa Powell go maybe just, put it all online, go, here, we're going up 100 basis points and be done with it. Try to put a little shock in the system to kind of stop things a little bit. Obviously, the biggest thing on the inflation was the fuel. Fuel was up like 46% from last year. So that was the big contributing factor to it. Otherwise, I think we would have been coming down. So hopefully the stuff that's going on between Russia and Ukraine gets resolved here in the next couple of months. Hopefully Russia just backs off, and we'll leave it for that. Let's talk about the stocks here. But right now, obviously, Bitcoin I think is going to be heading down lower. Miners obviously heading down lower. Ethereum right now is at 1,683, and it's following suit with Bitcoin. Obviously, it has fallen more on the RSI. Looks like it's down to 21, so it's a little bit lower than Bitcoin is, which leads me to believe we may have a little pump and then a more slide down, continuing on into this weekend, I think. So it's going to be a rough weekend for us here. All right, let's take a look at the miners. The miners, 6 of the miners have also reached new 52-week lows today, which isn't good, obviously. It seems like we're having those 52-week lows get beaten every week with some of these miners. So I'm looking for buying opportunities when I can, and I might be taking a look to see if maybe next week we have even go down a little bit further, probably buy a little bit more next week. All right, so NE is down currently. This is about noon right now. So this is down 7.71% to 88 cents. Argo is down 2.63% to 55 cents. Bit Digital is down 6.21% to $1.43. Bitfarms is down 6.94% to $1.61. It obviously is one of the ones that reached a new 52-week low here. Cleanspark is down to $4.85, down 5.09%. Core Scientific, new 52-week low here, $2.32, down 4.89%. Digihost seems like to be the only one that's up. It's up 2.47% to $1.66. DMG is down 5% to 26 cents. Hive is down 6.02% to $3.35. New 52-week low for them as well. Hot 8 is down 5.81% to $1.86. Iris is down down 1.63% to $4.83. Luxxfolio is up 1.45% to 14 cents, and Marathon is down 2.22% to $7.49. New 52-week low for them as well. Mawson was down 2.84% to $2.05. Riot was down 5.12% to $5.19. New 52-week low for them as well at $5.13. And Stronghold was down 5.33% to $2.31. So all the miners are down, which is unfortunate. Well, not all of them, except for Digi and Marathon, but majority of them are down, it looks like. And that is going to coincide with Bitcoin, obviously. Now, before we get on too far on it, obviously the CPI data is not good. So we'll see if we're going to be at 8.6 next or this month in June. If we're going to stay that level, which I think we may actually, because obviously fuel has gone way up. So I think we're going to be in this kind of boat for a while until that starts trending down. So, and until that happens, we're going to be in for a rough ride, not only in NASDAQ, but Bitcoin, crypto in general, everything else, the miners. So it might be a good buying opportunity if you can. Dollar cost average, not financial advice as always, but that's kind of what I'm doing right now. All right, so you want to be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. I love that comment. Quote, I think was from Warren Buffett, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so marathon production updates, not good also for the month of May. Let's get into it here. They go right into their explanation of what's going on. So management commentary, although we continue to install miners at Texas facilities, we have experienced delays in energization as Compute North's energy provider awaits federal agency confirmation of its exempt status for tax purposes based upon its arrangements with Compute North. Okay, so there's the holdup right there. And then here's a comment from CEO. While these delays have been disappointing, our current understanding is that miners should start to come online this month. That's been their understanding for the last couple of months, so we're not going to hold our breath for it. We continue to work closely and actively engage with Compute North to gain more insight into the energy provider's timeline and to ensure that these delays, once resolved, will not impact our future deployments. There is a little bit glimmer of good news here. So in the meantime, installations of our miners have progressed irrespective of the energization schedule. Currently, in addition to our active fleet, we now have 19,000 miners representing approximately 1.9 exahash that have been installed and ready for energization. So when that happens, they're going to get a real nice big bump here coming up in possibly June or July, whenever those get turned on. That's going to be a huge increase for them, obviously going up almost 2 exahash, and I'm sure they're going to be installing more miners in that same time frame. So we could be over 2 exahash and just, straight right away increase as long as they can also figure out what's going on at that other plant that they have, which we're getting into here. These energization delays in Texas, coupled with the ongoing maintenance issues at their power generation station in Hardin, MT, Montana. So that's obviously having an impact on them. As long as they can get that figured out, get that fixed, get that plant up and running properly, they should be doing really well in the coming months. So continuing on here, negatively impacted our Bitcoin production last month. In May, maintenance issues at the power generation station in Montana caused us to produce approximately 47% less Bitcoin than what we would have expected based on the network's hash rate during the month. And that's correct. They are way down here. So here are their numbers, and they're not looking too good. Good thing is, obviously, the total number of miners installed and awaiting energization has increased to 19,000, 1.9 exahash. So that's great. Current operating mining fleet consists of 36,830 active miners producing approximately 3.9 exahash. So that's pretty good too. It increased a little bit from April. Increased total Bitcoin holdings to 9,941 BTC with a fair market value of 315 million right now. And then they produced 268 self-mined Bitcoin during May of 2022. Let's get into my numbers here that I have for them, and then we'll call it a day for today. So 268 is what they produced compared to 299 in April. And then they obviously had 436 in March. So a huge decrease here over the last couple months. It was a decrease of 31 less in May than in April, 10% less roughly. And that represents about their BTC per petahash is pretty low. It's 0.068. Most of the miners are at least closer above 10 to 11, 12. Some are even at 13. And that represents our efficiency as far as how well they're mining BTC per petahash. Value obviously is about 8.5 million generated of income for May based on these 268 Bitcoins. They do have, excuse me, the 9,941 Bitcoins, which is now valued at about, I should probably decrease that number to what it is today. Hold on a second, let me take a sip of my water. My throat's getting dry. Okay, so they might be a little bit off from that, but that represents about 37% of their HODL per market cap position right now. We do also see, where was it? Current hash rate 3.9. So if they get another 1.9, that'll get them to up to 5.8 exahash, which would be really good. And they are currently 16.7% installed. Stock price is $7.49 right now. I'm looking, they're kind of trading at about 5.5 price to earnings multiple right now for me, based on 75% net income from gross revenue. And if we get them up higher, oh boy, my throat's starting to tickle. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to cut out about 10, 15 seconds of me coughing like crazy. Where was I at? Oh, about 9 PE, right? Their growth is still pretty good. They're only about 16% installed. So they have a long ways to go. I wouldn't be surprised if once Bitcoin starts going up again, which we don't know when that's going to be, they would possibly be trading between 20 and 25 PE, which would put them up to about $34 with 75% net income from gross revenue with a PE of 25. And then we did install a couple miners here in May just to get them to that 3.9 mark, which was 180 of these 100 terahash miners. And sorry guys, my throat is still not 100%. Okay, back again. Institutions did decrease a little bit to 335 from 327. Shares also decreased a little bit. So now it's owned by institutions by 39% compared to 41.61%. We still have the same strong buy of 3, a buy of 5. So that actually increased to by 2. And the price went down to 54 and 34. And the low went down to 19. So hopefully they can get their act together here in the coming months, especially with Compute North, getting everything set up for them. But we'll have to just see how it goes. And we'll go from there. And my throat is really acting up right now. It is tickling the heck out of me. So we're going to call it there. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe. Spreadsheets are obviously available to my Patreon members there. So thank you to my patrons for their support. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll do some videos over the weekend as well. See what's going on. We'll go from there. So thanks again. Have a great one. Bye.